Good morning, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creation. I want to go ahead and assemble the cotton cuts, so that's what we're going to get started on. If you've got yours, go ahead, iron your pieces, lay them out, and let's get started. Here are my fabrics again. This is the way they're going to be laid out. So we're sewing these together here. I went ahead and put them together. We're going to sew these together next. So let's get started doing that. So the first thing we're going to do, let me bring my little colorway card up here. Here's my colors. Starting at the top left is number 1. So you're going to take your number 1 and your number 5, and you're going to sew 4 of them together. So that's what I have on my table here. This is on the bias. So it gives, I think I need to turn another light on. Hold on 1 second here. Nope, it's got an issue because it's making noises. Alrighty, got it all taken care of, and let's begin. Oh, that's so much better. All right. And then just chain stitch them. If you don't remember what chain stitching is, you leave your fabric in there. Don't cut it. Don't take it out. The purpose of this is supposed to be speed, because you don't have to remove it and constantly cut your thread, and then it's saving thread also. All right. Not quite. And then I always pin it twice because of that bias. All right. Let's see. See if I can get it up in there and get it started. And I need to go right there. Just put this in the next piece. Now, if you have one of those little knee lifts with your sewing machine, now would be a good time to go ahead and put it together and try it out. In my case, I'm just going to activate my foot lift here. That'll take it up for me. Getting ready to pin the last piece here. So I was saying earlier, for some reason I could not get my last video uploaded. I started uploading it last night at about 10:30. And as you all know, it was only like a 3-minute video. And it actually did not get downloaded because it kept saying it was downloading, and it was trying to get the picture, you know, at the very tail end when you put your little thumbnail, attach it. Well, I went ahead and I put an alarm on because I was so darn tired that I went to sleep, set my alarm to keep waking up. It still would not get the picture. So what I did was, and while it's in the process of downloading, you can't stop it and delete it, you know, like start over. And I was doing it on my computer. So what I did, because because it was so short, I went back to my telephone, saved it on my telephone, went ahead and uploaded it using my phone. And of course, that didn't take any time at all. So it was done before the one that I started at 10:30 was done. So that's why the film went up so late, this last film. So, all right, set them all aside, and let's do that next set. Let me bring it over here. Get all your 1s and 3s together, sew them just like we did the first set, the 1s and 5s, okay? And then when I get those done, I'll be back. All right, so when I put this together, I got to thinking about this bias part. If you have spray starch and you use spray starch, you can spray starch these little pieces, which will make this bias stiff, so it won't have so much give in it if you feel more comfortable, scared that you might stretch this out as you sew it. That's just another little thought I had. I thought I'd throw that out there for you. So let me get going on these. Now we're going to connect our 1 and 3 with our 1 and 5. Let me get them pinned and I'll show you what that looks like. The ones will be at the top, so that'll be easy so you won't be confused. We're not sewing on the bias this time around. So there's what I've got it pinned right there, right sides together. And we're going to sew all of these together. And what you're doing is you're putting the 1 and 5 next to the 1 and 3, and you're doing 2 of them. And I'll show you here in a minute. Let me get this started. Now I'm using a new needle because my last needle that I had in here was actually for the project I'm working on. It's a different size and everything for my quilting. So this is the size 12 that I normally use. I'm doing my regular stitch, the 2.5, just like I normally do. I'm using plain white thread. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain stitch these. Let's see. This is my 1 and 3. Just the first one. The ones go on the top. Okay. Then you take this 2 sets and you're going to put them together. Alright, so you can see my pin looks like it's at an angle. The reason is that the seam is right here. And so since I can't see that, let me get up, hold on 1 second. Since I can't see this seam right here where it's folded over, I don't want that to bunch up and turn the other direction. So that's why I put the pin in there like that. Flip it over. And then I put the pin in this one also, right here. And then I flip the pin back right side up. I showed you what I was doing with it backwards. And the reason I flip it right side up is that if the pin is underneath, unless your pin is bent a little bit, it may scratch your plate. Now the older machines, their plates are metal. The whole plate is usually metal. It's not normally as big as the new ones today are. And mine has metal and plastic in it. Alrighty. That's why I did not chain stitch this. Take a look at it. Alrighty. So see how we've got the 2 connected? That's 1 piece. Now we want to do the same thing to the other one, so we have 2 of these like this. Alright, and then when they get done, you can iron them. So go ahead and do your next one just like that. Now we're going to take our 1 and 3, this being 1, this being 3, and our 4, and we're going to put them together. And we've got 2 of them to do. Now that you got those pins, you want to go ahead and sew them together. And you can chain stitch these. It's just the 2, but that's okay. And we'll go ahead and we'll take these over there and we'll iron them. Then when I got finished pinning it, I realized that it was, my 1/4 inch was off. So I had to go back. You can see right here where I've re-sewn it. I don't know how the heck that happened, but it happened on this one here. Let me get over here. Up here where you see the two. And this one was all okay. But anyway, so then now it fits left to right. So it fits on there. So I've pinned them both. Now I'm going to sew them. And then when I get done, I'll iron it and open it up and we'll take a look at it before we put our last piece together. Take your last strip, which is your number 1 fabric here, and you're going to add it to this. Just keep in mind that to keep it straight is the half square triangles. There's 4 of them here. They match up to the single fabric here, the single rectangle. All right, so let's just get that pinned. Alrighty, I finished sewing it together. That's what the 2 pieces look like. I'm going to put them on my design board. And then I wanted to show you what I use when I take my stitches out, because I took them out a couple of times in this project. All right, I'm showing you what I use when I have to rip something out, because it seems like whenever you use the color that matches your fabric, for me anyway, it is hard to get that out, those stitches, because they blend in. And it's as if I don't have enough light on it. It's almost like I'm in the dark trying to take it apart. So I bought this beam and reed. I have it around my neck, so I'm going to, all you do, just like this picture, it's showing where it is lifted up. I'm going to show you the actual thing in a minute. Hold on a second. So this is what it looks like. You wear it around your neck like that. And then this is laying against your chest, and then you lift this up, and when you do, that's when the light comes on. And it is a very bright light. I'm going to put some fabric down there to give you an idea. Right now I've got the overhead light off, but you can see the glare on that fabric. So that really lights up those stitches. So if you're interested in getting one of these, I believe that I just got mine on Amazon, because, you know, when I buy stuff on Amazon, then at the very bottom, let's say, people that bought this also bought this. That's where this came up, and I saw it. Then I did I did a little bit of reading about it, and I thought it was a pretty good idea to get it, and so that's why I purchased it. And then I'll show you the lights, the little thing that come on the inside is this here. And you pop, this one's a red one, and this is an orange, you can see that. And then you pop it over your light. Let's see if I can do it, because I've never used this. I think it's that way. And then when you lift it, let's put it right here back with this fabric. When you lift it, see the light's totally different. Now, it's very hard to see that thread. So it'd be a different kind of thread, let me back this up, that you'd be looking. I don't know what the color, I mean, all I did was use this one that came with it. Let's take the red off here. Put the orange on. Oh, it's got plastic over it, but that's okay to protect it. Let's see if I can pop it on there or not. Maybe I gotta take the plastic off. There we go. Maybe I got it backwards. There we go. Okay. Turn it downward. Let's turn it on. And see, that's even different. So, I don't know what you would be using, these different colors for, but I use the white, because that's what I need, is the white one, for the lightness of it. But, of course, it came with directions. You can read it's got lots of different things, the different lightings. It's got 3 or 6 LEDs. Here, you can choose whichever one you want. Just with these numbers here, they choose the different ones. So, it's pretty simple. I mean, I used it today. It really works really good. So, if if you want to check into it, if you feel like maybe you need it, by all means, check it out. And that's it for this video, and I will see you the next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.